It's time to take another look at God's always incredible and amazing and awesome creation. You know, when I think of plants, I think of your average plant, leaves, maybe flowers, stem, and roots that go down into the ground to supply nutrition for the plant. But there are plants that grow probably in every diverse environment across the entire world. Plants so specially and carefully created by God. Some plants that we call air plants or epiphytes have no roots or connection at all to the soil. These air plants are extremely unique, and the only others, in my opinion, that match them in God's creation in uniqueness are the carnivorous meat-eating plants like fly traps and pitcher plants and such. But the epiphytes are plants that use other objects for support, but not for nutrition. They are not parasites. Most kind have chlorophyll and manufacture their own food by absorbing moisture and gases from the atmosphere, but only that way. They do not have a root system of any kind. And they are found growing on different things, different supports like branches and rocks and so on. Many kinds of air plants grow in the tropics and subtropics. By growing high on the branches of trees, they get lots of sunlight. Many orchids, beautiful flowers, are air plants. Spanish moss, that you can see in the southwest eastern part of the United States, is an air plant. And dozens of other members of the pineapple family are also epiphytes. Sometimes tangled growths of Spanish moss become so dense that they break the branches of the trees that are supporting them, but otherwise they do no harm. Many mosses, lichens, liverworts, and ferns are air plants too. Lichens are fascinating plants in of themselves, and they're common as a greenish or bluish-white crust on rocks, tree bark, shingles, and fence posts. They are not a single plant, but an association of green or blue-green algae along with fungus. The fungus receive food from the algae and aid the algae by absorbing and retaining water, and also by providing them with physical support. The algae found with lichens can be grown without the fungi, but the fungi cannot be grown without the algae. One of the dual relationships that we see so frequently in God's creation, which help to disprove the false theory of evil or evolution. Some plants, such as the strangler fig, start as air plants but eventually develop roots and become attached to the ground. Some air plants are well suited to in-home terrariums where you can grow them and watch them flower. Some flower very beautifully, as you can see in the photos that I'm showing you, along with what I'm telling you. Epiphytes are probably one of the most fascinating plants in God's creation to me. The first are the carnivorous plants that eat flies and insects and other things like that. The second are the lichens, again a combination of blue-green algae and fungus, and they're fascinating, and they grow in the most harsh and unacceptable conditions to most plants. And then the third are the air plants. So when if you want to start a fascinating terrarium for your home, consider these, because they take very little care. And as you watch them, think about the amazing and awesome creative power of our Lord God. Thank you, and have a great night. God bless.